Hello, my name is Quincy Houston. I want to first thank you for coming today to our channel. It's called the Already Won Media Channel. Why Already Won? Because our beliefs are very, very clear. We believe that you have already won in life. For you folks who are a little more spiritual, I come from a biblical background as well. And if you look at 1 John 4:4 in the New Living Translation, it says you have already won the victory over those folks. And that's what we're trying to do here, Already Won Media. Our goal is to talk about life, leadership, entrepreneurship, sports, media, and not just life events in general. What we want to do is create an empowering channel for you, that when you come to this channel, you can get empowering information. Hopefully you agree with all of it. Some of you may not. In terms of entrepreneurship, we really want to focus on helping folks who've never really started a business before get the tools and techniques. My belief in my 20 something plus years of working in not only entrepreneurship but also education is that people need free information and free education to really help them propel themselves in life. And that's the goal of our channel. We're going to have different subjects every single week and every single day as I create videos for this channel. And I want to thank all of you folks who are following us already. We do appreciate that. Here at Already Won, what we believe is that you can empower yourself. You can become a better leader if you choose to make that decision. It is a choice, it takes work, and you can make that happen for yourself. If you're looking for financial independence, we can help you with that. We're trying to help people get out of debt and in the life that they truly want. And we also want to help people in other ways as well, from a life perspective. If you have different questions on life and that kind of stuff that potentially we can help you with. I personally live in Tampa, Florida, spent about 13 years in Colorado, originally from Virginia. And so I've been around a few states a little bit there, but really my goal is to empower people to get where they want to where they want to be. Okay, and that's the goal of this channel, but from a positive perspective. We will talk about media events, news events. There's a lot. We just had an election here recently and that kind of stuff, which is pretty nice, and it's great to see people participating in that. A lot of times you see a lot of biasness in news media. So as a media channel, we want to definitely talk about those issues as well. So we're gonna have different topics. Some things you'll love, some things you may not, but there's always a topic for someone that is what they're looking for. Myself, and growing up, I've always believed that when it comes to life, it's the choices you make, not the chances you take, that determines your destiny. And when you understand that every day you're making those life choices, you understand how empowered and what you really can become in life. And that's our goal, is to help you with that. One of the biggest things is that, and I want to talk about this very first video, is the fact that what things you can control, what things you can't control. I learned from some of my coaches and mentors that I had over the years that there's only two things in life you can control. Number one is your attitude. A lot of times things happen to us, but it's really how we respond to those things. There are some things that are totally out of your control, but what is in your control is your attitude toward it, okay? When you understand that, how my attitude controls everything I do, it changes everything, because you realize, you know what? I'm not going to worry about this situation. I'm going to go and thrive in this situation because I choose to. All right. The other thing you can control are your actions. How you are going to act in that situation. In all in life, you always have a choice how you're going to act. All right. Now, one of the things liberating, one of the things that will tear your hair out if you're not careful, is the fact that you really won't understand how to control your actions and attitude till you get a chance to control your mind. And it comes from reading leadership books. It comes from overcoming things in your life. And it comes from just making a decision, whatever you want to accomplish. And that's what I really want to help folks with, is helping them with that. You're going to see other folks in the near future on this channel. In the beginning, you'll just be hearing from me and myself and some of my colleagues. But in the future, one of the reasons why we want to call the Already Won Media Channel, if you're out there and you want to just give back and you want to be around some like-minded people, feel free to create your own videos, create your own channel. We want to help and empower as many people as possible. And one of the reasons you're going to hear us talk about sports and entertainment is because I believe that life and leadership, entrepreneurship flows into everything in life. Okay. For example, I told you I used to live in Colorado. I'm a big CU Buffs fan, for example, right? I love the fact that we got Deion, Coach Sanders, Coach Prime. Love that. Because in the past, living in Colorado, I think 2016 is the only good year we ever had, right? Since when I was living out there. Forgive me if you folks who were out there before me. I moved out there in 2008. And when I moved out there, we were doing okay. But 2016 was like the best year ever I can remember having when it comes to the CU Buffs. And after that, we kind of just was at kind of average, right? And then we won't even talk about 2021 before Coach Prime took over. It's like, ooh, glad that didn't last. But one of the things I'm learning from him and watching him, and he has a phenomenal book out there, right? 21 Ways to Dominate. One of the greatest books I've ever read. It's a phenomenal book. And he, is a great example of leadership. So one of the things we will be doing is talking about his leadership. When it comes to CU Buff, most people talk about, oh, their plan, for example, Utah Utes this weekend, or they're doing this. I'm going to approach it from a different perspective. I'm going to approach it from his leadership and thought process of what he's doing and what he's done. And that's what really helps. Because I feel like if you're going to root for a sports team, try to learn from the sports team. Try to help use those principles you learn on the field, watching them as a fan. Try to use those things to actually help you in life. And that's where you know you're progressing in a great attitude-wise, and you know you're progressing in life, is when you can see something happening, you're like, oh, this is how this applies to my life. There's never a time where I love it when I'm just watching a game or doing something and this thought hits me. Man, that crazy call he just did. He did a 4th and 7 call on his own 45. Like, what is he doing? But I realized something. That's a leadership principle. He has a certain belief in what he's doing. He understands the situation, and that's what leaders do. Are leaders always right? No, they're not always right. But here's what we know. A leader is willing to make the decision. And that's what separates a leader from a person who is not a leader, right? One of the many things. And also know the difference between a leader and a manager. 2 different things. And we're going to talk about that a lot on this channel as well. And so, again, like I was saying, the biggest 2 things you can control in your life is your actions and your attitude. We're going to have a variety of subjects, but I'm going to go in deeper on those subjects. A little bit about my background. I am an executive program leader with the John Maxwell team, a Maxwell leadership team. And so that's been a great experience for me, learning from people like Dr. John C. Maxwell, Mark Cole, his CEO, and those folks. Great team over there. I also currently run 2 companies. One is a franchise consulting company, franchiseconsultant.io, where it's actually a free service where we help people find the right franchise for them. My belief and my wife's belief is very simple. We believe that the great equalizer to entrepreneurship is franchise ownership. And we're going to have a whole video just dedicated to that, because we believe that if you're going to start a business for the first time, go in there with a mentor, go in there with a coach and a system in place that you can follow. Okay, that's a huge deal. Also, another way is buying existing businesses. We're going to talk about that. The only issue with buying existing businesses sometimes is that you also sometimes buy some of their problems and issues. But there's pros and cons to everything. And that's what we want to talk about. Once you have that first cash cow, once you have your first successful franchise, and when I say franchise, most people think about like food franchises and that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about food franchises. We might have a few I'll show you and help you with, but really what I'm talking about is literally helping you find the right fit. There's a lot of non-food franchises that can help make things very successful for you and your wife or your family or your future family if you're single, right? And that's what we want to help you. We just want to help you succeed in life and help you go there. And here's what we want you to do. We want you to win. And when you talk about already won mentality, and that's what I'm always going to talk on every video, is already won mentality. When you know you've already won, nothing matters. When you have that mindset, when you know who you are and what you want to accomplish and who you want to be, it changes everything, folks. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And so again, my name is Quincy Houston. I'm excited that you've decided to check out this video or check out this channel. I'm sure as we progress, you'll see better videos from me and better things. But I was telling my wife the other day, you know what? We can get all the great technology, we can do all the things we want to do, but what I really want to do is get out there and talk to people. And that's what we're doing. And so I appreciate everyone watching this first video. I know I put a lot into this, but look out, more great things to come.